Alrighty, let's do a quick check, make sure we're coming through loud and clear. Perfect. Hello everyone, welcome to PGR League Racing. I'm your host, Sidonian Muse. Tonight, we're here for the 7th race of Season 9 on Austria. And it's not just any normal weekend, folks. It is going to be a mixed weather race. Our first one of Season 9 here at Austria. We're going to start in the wet and finish in the dry. But before we get into any of that, we're going to have a quick pre-race interview with one of our drivers like we always do before we get things underway. And tonight we're going to be doing a pre-race interview with our current leader on our Drivers' Championship right now, Vodka Victory, who is in the Alpha Tauri. So let's get Vodka in here and ask him a few questions. Vodka is leading our championship right now, followed closely behind by Abrupt in the Ferrari and Druply in the Haas. Both of them make up the top three right now in the standings. So they're the ones who are going to be looking to make the most out of any mistakes the others make here tonight. Because like I said, it is in the wet. And a lot of these guys, these top guys, haven't made any huge mistakes really this season so far. So this is going to be a good chance for one of these three guys to extend, either catch Vodka or for Vodka to extend his lead. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Last weekend we were at Abu Dhabi, and CeeLo Racing, who's on the PlayStation, driving for Williams, won his first race in PGR. Had a really good showing, so good stuff to him last week. So we'll see if he can keep that up this week, see if he performs well at Austria as well. Just waiting on Vodka there now. Don't know what's taking him so long, but let's see how many people we got here tonight. Good number, 15. 15 drivers on the grid tonight. Should be exciting. We got both Merc drivers in Slim and Slingshot. Slim is our league admin. PGR, so shout out to Slim for keeping everything afloat, running things smoothly. Abrupt's teammate Smoke will be joining him tonight as well. Greybush and Larry in the Red Bulls. Wooly and Abe in the aka Dizzy in the Aston Martins. Looks like we got Stony Stewart in the Alfa Romeo. Great Ace and J-Max in their Alpines. And Redline, Druply in the Haas. Vodka in the Alpha Tauri, and Firewater in the McLaren. So bit of everything tonight, going to be pretty stacked here. This is a really small circuit here. Austria, not too many turns. Pretty much the shortest track on the calendar, so some guys are definitely going to get lapped here tonight, I'd say, if they fall behind. One mistake, and it's going to be really hard for guys to catch up here. So everyone got to be as consistent as possible. There we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure I got you there on the stream.
Yo yo yo.
Yeah, gotcha. Perfect. Alrighty, man. Uh, so we're here. I was just explaining to the stream that time that you're leading our drivers right now. So, gonna be a pretty kind of a stupid question to ask, but how are you feeling about the season so far? You must be feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good. Last couple races, had a couple little hiccups, but that's what we do. We recover from those. We put our head back down and get back into the consistent groove that we like to have. So, Austria, it's wet. Um, I like it when it's wet.
Yeah, it's I was actually gonna ask what you thought about this track, but to anyone who doesn't know who wasn't here last season, you had a pretty sizable gap to the rest of the pack, you and Pete, last season. So, do you think you can pull off something like that again, or do you think fix setups is gonna make it a lot tighter?
Um, I really can't say anything. We're just gonna see how it goes. We got weather, we got fixed setups, and we just got a whole bunch of pride and egos and a whole bunch of people who know how to race. So, a good melting pot to see an entertaining race.
Exactly. And now, as we were discussing privately before the race, this was actually 2 seasons ago. This was where you had your first race in PGR, and I believe you actually DNF'd, right? Like your first race here. Um, and now two
I
seasons.
either
Oh, go ahead.
no, you're going on.
Oh yeah. And now 2 seasons later, you're here leading the drivers going into this same track. So that's really cool. And I just want to ask, for people who might be discouraged because they're having trouble with the lower traction controls and spinning out all the time or what have you, what's some advice you can give to some new players who are just recently getting into Formula One and the F1 22 game as a whole?
Um, just gonna take time and laps, and that's really all I can give it to you. The sooner you turn off assist, the quicker you're gonna, have to walk off a crutch. And yeah, just in time and lapse. That's all you can do is just put your time into the game, and it's, everybody has their own learning curve and skill gaps, so it's just up to that. So they have to close it and get to where they want to be.
Awesome, yeah, man. And obviously, I have to ask, as we are just talking about some of your rivals this season, who are you most worried about here? Are you looking out for like Abrupt, or is there anyone
Abrupt,
else?
of always abrupt. Yeah, he's always behind me. Um, Oak, yeah, I was practicing with him earlier today, and he seemed like he was putting down some good times in the dry and the wet. So we'll have to see how that goes. And yeah, obviously we just hope that it's a clean race, nothing too bad happens, because obviously it's going to be wet. So turn one, and the rest of the race is going to be interesting.
Yeah, man, should be an interesting one, especially with the wet quality that we're gonna have here in just a moment. But yeah, thanks for joining me, man, for a quick pre-race interview. Hopefully, we might even see you after the race for the post-race podium
That's the
interview.
goal.
That's the goal. See if you can win the track that started it all for you here on Austria. So yeah, good luck, man. You're carrying AlphaTauri on your shoulders. Uh, one man army here tonight once again. And yeah, good luck with the race. Hopefully it's a clean one this time. Hopefully no turn one shenanigans.
Again, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you afterwards, man. Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, man. Cheers. All right, and that was Vodka Victory, the man who's currently leading our Drivers' Championship here in PGR. And for anyone who does not know PGR, we are a wheel-only, no assists league here on F1 22. We almost got a full grid. I think we might have like one spot open. But if you're interested in that one spot, message our admin, like I was mentioning earlier, Slim, who's driving the Mercedes tonight, and message him on Xbox. or Discord, and he'll hook you up with our final seat, I think. I think we got one seat left. Maybe two. But we're going to get into things here momentarily, and like I was saying, it is going to be a wet qualifying. About 17, 18 minutes of guys just going out, posting the best times they can. But this is, for some of these guys, because we have a lot of new guys in the league now who weren't here last season, and for a lot of these guys, this is their first wet qualifying. So it's going to be a whole other beast to master here. It's going to be really tough for some of these guys to get a handle on, especially since most of these guys only found out, well, pretty much all of these guys, I should say, only found out about this, like, just that time. If not 24 hours ago or so, whatever it was. Last night is when everyone was first notified that it was going to be wet. But not everyone checks the Discord, so some guys didn't even know that it was going to be wet tonight. And this is like their first, this qualifying will be their first go at it. So we're going to see whoever can adapt quickest is going to come out on top here, I think. In the qualifying anyway. The race is going to be a whole other demon. But yeah, nice. We got crossplay here now on F122. Nice, like I said, we got CeeLo Racing on PlayStation. We got a couple of these guys like Stoney, and J-Max and Firewater. Sorry, all on PC. And the rest of the guys on Xbox. So happy that we can get more guys in this way. Get everyone included. Yeah. Just clearing a little bit of a hydration break there, but here we go. We're going to get things underway here now. Again, it's not full wet, but it is intermediate wet. Light rain. So we can already see who's coming out of the pits here. We got CeeLo already coming out in the Williams, and Vodka in the Alpha. So Vodka usually always likes being the first out of the pits too, so that's no exception here. You can see already losing like a little bit of traction there coming out. Vodka will be the first person to start a hot lap here. So as always, we'll be holding on with him first. Oh, Smoke disqualified from session for blocking the pit lane. It looks like Smoke immediately spun out. Oh, that's unfortunate for Smoke. It looks like Smoke immediately spun as soon as he came out of the pit lane exit. And now he's done. So he's going to be starting the qualifying from the back. What a shame for Smoke, but yeah, he lost it right there, right in literally the worst place you can possibly lose it. Is right in the pit lane entrance or exit, because you'll get disqualified for blocking it. It's just what happened to him. Here we go. Vodka's coming around here now. He's going to be starting his first hot lap. Let's hop on with Vodka and see how he handles his first corner. Looks like we already got Firewater going a bit wide there in Sector 2. And the McLaren. Alpine. Sector 2 is going to be really tough for people. In my opinion, definitely the hardest part of the track to not lose it. Especially since you're going so quick around there. Oh, but looks like we have another mishap. Wooly Mixer messes up on turn 1, and now he is out of the qualifying as well. Wow. In the exact same spot. Now, obviously, I can't hop on. Maybe I can hop on with Redline in time to see the damage. No, his car has already been cleaned up. His car was already cleaned up. So yeah, so that's going to be it for Wooly as well. So 2 drivers already are not going to get times in. And are going to be starting at the back. But they are 2 pretty quick guys. So I have no doubt that they'll be able to make those positions back up. But there we go. Vodka is going to set the time to beat with the 118.3. Who else is coming around here now? I think we have CeeLo Racing. Yep, he's going to completely surpass Vodka's time there with a 115.3 in the Williams. And there goes Druply with a 114.7 in the Haas. So already we're seeing a huge gap between these guys. Because the more rubber that gets put down on this track, the faster the times are going to be. As you can see, Firewater with a 116.5. So Vodka definitely going around again here. Of course, way off the time of a lot of people. J-Max at 122.1. But again, all these guys will finish ahead of the other guys as they're at least getting times down. Even if it's slow, it still will be ahead of the guys in the back who were disqualified. Slingshot posting a solid time, 115.6. Just a tenth slower than Redline there. Great Ace just behind him with 115.8 in the Alpine. Now see the Red Bull of Greybush crosses the line with 119.8. We'll put him ahead of J-Max there. Looks like Vodka's coming around. And there we go. Vodka posts a new fastest time. Just not even a tenth faster, but just ever so quicker than Druply. But he's immediately beaten out by CeeLo once again with the 114.4. So many quick changes there, but CeeLo has taken the top spot back once again. But there's still a lot of time to go. Qualifying ahead. 13 minutes remaining. Firewater is going to cross the line here now. So he's going to be unable to improve his time. He's going to have to go once more. And looks like, oh, the Red Bull Greybush is having some having to slow down there. And he is out of the race. Yeah, it looks like Greybush was also having some issues. So Greybush has now unfortunately been forced to retire as well. He will be ahead of the other two guys, but he is going to be in the back in 13th, it looks like. Well, actually, then again, he has his time down, so he might actually, if J-Max doesn't improve, we'll have to wait and see. But Slim with the 116.9. He's going to cross the line, though, and improve faster time than Firewater for the moment. 116.4. Grady's on a hot lap, currently up half a second on his previous best. And we missed Redline there. Still holding on. Both Haas is still 3rd and 4th right now. But there we go. Firewater, big improvement to his time. Cuts the Haas's in half with the 115.0. Here we go. Hanging on with Great Ace for the final sector. Let's see if he's able to improve his time. Looks like Stony Stewart's finally coming out of the pits now. He's going to try to improve. But there we go. Great Ace! Posts the fastest time of the session so far with the first 113.3. Good stuff to Great Ace. Big improvement there. Vodka Victory going off track now, though. Not sure what's wrong. Vodka Victory completely pulling over and stopping, letting these guys go. Vodka's going to let them go. He's going to have to go around again. Might even have to put a new set of inners on. But Larry and Stony are now out, though. Larry's just started his hot lap. And wait and see what he can do. Like I said, Vodka is going into the pits, yeah. Hold on, Larry's wait to see what kind of time he gets down. Stony now starting his hot lap as well. But yeah, so Great Ace will have the time to beat now. Great Ace really showing that he loves the wet conditions. And he's able to traverse them very well. Here we go. Larry crosses the line, moves up into second, just ahead of CeeLo there with the 114.3, but still a second shy, an entire second shy of Great Ace's time. But it was only his first go. He's still going to have plenty more opportunities, especially once he heats those tires up a little bit. Here we go. Stoney crosses the line. And he actually goes ahead of Larry there. Joins Great Ace with a 113.8. Hops right ahead of him. Holding on Druply here now. The game was telling me he had a purple sector 1. But we'll have to wait and see what he can do through sector 2. Let's see how he takes this turn here. The really tricky turn here. Especially in the wet, not to lose traction. But he handles it well. Here he goes through the final sector. Let's see what Druply will improve his time by. Looks like he's going to improve by a lot. And Druply crosses the line with the 113 flat. Takes fastest lap away from Great Ace. Takes the lead with 8 minutes left of the qualifying session. Stoney Stewart's going to cross the line though. He moves up into second. Ever so slightly. A couple thousandths of a second ahead of Great Ace. As this goes on, the times, like I said, are going to get quicker and quicker. That's the great thing about wet qualities. It's even more apparent sometimes than dry. Slingshot's going to be going around again. Here comes Red Line to cross the line. Will he improve his time? Yes, he does. 114. Puts him up into 5th right now, ahead of CeeLo Racing. Vodka Victory coming around the final turn now. Crosses the line. Vodka gets the first 112 of the session. 112.4. Which puts him over half a second ahead of Druply, who's in second. And it looks like while we were watching CeeLo there, Stoney Stewart also has now joined the 112s. He's there in third with Vodka and Druply. We're going to stay held on with CeeLo Racing here, though. Looks like he's on a pretty good lap right now. Let's see what CeeLo can do. I see someone improved there. It looked like it was Slingshot's improved, I believe, with the 114. We also missed Dizzy, aka Master Fix, is also on the board now at a 116, so he has a time in. Only person now with no time in is Abrupt. Abrupt still sitting in the pits at the moment. But there we go. I knew it was a good lap. You could tell from the look, from just by looking at it there, that CeeLo Racing was going to have a good lap, and he did. He takes the lead away from Vodka with a 112.2. Like I said, CeeLo won last week in Abu Dhabi. He's looking to win here again. Continue his streak. Firewater now on a fresh hot lap. So Firewater has also moved up to the 112s. We missed that. But he did. 112.9 just ahead of Stoney. And now Great Ace's time. That's the same with the rubber. Great Ace's time earlier was the fastest. Now he's all the way down to 6th and has to come out again. Slingshot and Red Line going to have to go around once more. Same thing with Larry actually going off track there completely. So his time's completely shagged up. Barbwire letting other guys go. Not on a hot lap at the moment. Slingshot. Not a great first sector for him. It looks like J-Max is crossing the line. He improves his time significantly up to the 113s. This teammate. It's going to put him in 8th. For the moment, only 3 minutes left of the qualifying session. Not going to be too much more time. Abrupt is now out on track. Trying to get his first lap time in. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. It looks like... looks like the Red Bull of Larry is also, both Red Bulls having some trouble here tonight, it seems. Here we go. Abrupt's coming around the final couple corners here now. Let's see what Abrupt can get on the board. With already, I can tell though, it's not going to be as fast as the other guys. And no, his first time is just going to be a 114.4. He's going to have to go again. See the Haas of Droop, they also coming out of the pits there as well once more. And Redline and Stony. And for some reason, it looks like the quality, it looks like the track is actually has dried up. It's supposed to be a wet race too, but for some reason, I guess Slim did not have the have it set properly because now it's all dried up by the end of this quali. So now it all comes down to these guys coming out on the softs. Whoever stayed out in these, who's still out in these inners hasn't pitted yet, is going to have a really rough time trying to get out in time. Jubilee goes wide though. He's only going to have about one more chance to get a time in on these softs. To me, it looks like Slim. Like I said, it looks like there was a mess up with the settings of the lobby. Hopefully, because again, this would have been fine if it was the race, but I guess you have to set the rain for a little bit longer for the quali, I guess, because it's over the because it's over the 15-minute mark. But there goes Larry. He ran wide. He's running out of chances. His runs might be over now. Actually, he's still out on those inners. Yeah, it's gonna be over for Larry. Drupely also ran wide earlier. J-Max actually moves up into 4th, still on the intermediate tires. Crazy enough, Drupely, though, even with the mess up, posts to 109. Takes fastest lap for the moment. Vodka with the 110. But as I was saying, J-Max, even on the inners, 7-lap-old inners, still posts 5th fastest time. But there goes Stony Stewart. He crosses the line. We got 1 minute left of the qualifying. 108.2. Jumps ahead of Drupely there. Who else is coming around? Let's see. Slim is gonna have to go. Is gonna have one more opportunity to go around. Same thing with Dizzy behind him. Redline, he is coming around though. The final couple turns here now. Let's see what Redline gets on the board with these softs. Is going to improve his time. It's going to move him up into 5th, just behind Abrupt. Now Great Ace crosses the line. Still on the intermediate tires. Great Ace posts a 110.1, moves up into 3rd. Not even out on the dry tires. It's good stuff to Great Ace. That's an amazing time for still being on the wet compound tire. The intermediates, I should say. Vodka's coming around, though he hasn't validated his lap time. That's going to be it for Vodka. He's going to be stuck with 4th at the most in the best case scenario. If none of these other guys can improve. But no, he gets bunked down to 5th because Larry, out of nowhere, still on the intermediate tires. Even after all his mess-ups earlier in the qualifying session. You can even see him going off track there now. Even after all of Larry's mess-ups, Manages to pull a 109.7 on the intermediates. Doesn't even go to the dries. So great stuff to Larry as well, posting a quick lap. Not even on the dry compound tire, but there we go. Slim in the Mercedes manages to get one final lap in on those softs just in time. That bumps him up. But then we see Firewater bumps up to second there as well, 108.6. Stoney's still holding pole though, that 107.8. And it's looking like he's going to take it. Larry is done. Here comes Druply is done as well. His time's been invalidated. Vodka off track. His chance is done. All that's left now is for CeeLo to cross the line. But CeeLo Racing crosses the line and takes pole position away from Stoney Stewart at the last possible second. With just ever so slightly, about half a tenth of a second faster than Stoney. So our front row for the race is going to be CeeLo Racing and Stoney Stewart making up the front row, followed by Firewater and Uncle Larry. And Slim, with his highest qualifying position of the season yet, is going to start 5th. Good stuff to all the drivers. Crazy laps from everyone. But now our championship leader, Vodka Victory, because of those unfortunate circumstances with the game drying up, he was going to start somewhere near the front if it stayed wet, but dried up, and now he's going to be starting all the way back in 9th. Same with Abrupt. So our two leading men in the drivers, both starting 9th and 10th. This is going to be a great start to the race. Going to be a great chance for some of these other guys who haven't had their moment yet in the season to show off what they got. But there we go, CeeLo Racing, who like I said, won Abu Dhabi last weekend, will be starting on the grid alongside Stoney Stewart, followed by Firewater in the McLaren, Larry in the Red Bull. Slim, with his best qualifying performance of the season yet, starts 5th next to Druply, followed by Redline and Grey Ace lining up. Vodka and Abrupt. J-Max lining up alongside Slingshot, trying to get his first points of the season. Dizzy, aka Abe, lining up with Greybush. And finally, at the very back, we have Wooly and Smoke, who were unable to get times in. But now, as always, this is when the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission just to prepare themselves for the full race. So as always, I will see you guys back here in 5 minutes for the full 36-lap race here in Austria. Actually, I'm back early because looks like someone made the dumb decision to hit the button. So I'm sure everyone else, whoever, you know, because if you hit the A button to start, it forces everyone else to start. So I'm guessing someone hit the button and everyone's losing their mind at him right now. Whoever that was. Made a grave error, but alas, we move. Everyone's starting on the inners here in the wet. Of course. Like I said, it looks like we're going to see. It'll be about the same amount of time, like 15 minutes of the race in the wet. And then the rest will be in the dry. Similar to how it was set up in the qualifying, I imagine. Let's see. Like I said, a lot of these guys, even though they were posting quick times, such as like Larry, you know, Fire, like a lot of these guys were posting quick times, but they were still struggling with the conditions. So this is where that's really going to affect them here now. If they can't keep it on track, they're going to lose so much time. But here we go. Everyone getting into their slots. Let's get ready for the lights to go out. And it's lights out and away we go here at the Austrian Grand Prix. Oh, I can already see. Looks like two people already tango in there. Right off the start, contact between two guys in the back there. I can already make off. Lots of guys already running wide. CeeLo getting away from all the carnage though. Clearly running off in the lead. Firewater and Stoney already going out there as well. Redline's now falling all the way to the back. J-Max moving up. Still ahead of Smoke, but looks like Graybush. Oh, free there between Graybush. Oh, huge mistake there. It's caused Wooly and J-Max to fall behind. I think it was the two of them and Graybush all going through there, and Graybush was the only one to really get out of there alive. And well. But Vodka now trying to get past Drupely's Haas. See how this goes. Lots of craziness. Gonna be jumping all around here off the start here. But yeah, there was some contact there after the beginning with two of the guys off the starting line. One of them, I guess, had a little bit of oversteer there. Car started spinning off the line and hit into someone. But yeah, CeeLo kind of taking off here now, having an early lead to the race. But Drupely looking to make a move to get ahead of Slim there, and he does. Drupely pulling ahead of Slim there. Vodka also behind Slim, looking to make the move on him as well. Not able to quite do it just yet. Though the Haas of Drupely does run wide. He's forced to come back on track through there. Coming up the hill, what's going to happen here? Let's see, Slim and Vodka going side by side up the hill. Both keeping it clean though. Nicely done. Vodka managing to pull ahead of Slim there. You can also see Abrupt and Great Ace going at it here. With Dizzy not too far behind. Great Ace gaining on that Ferrari right now. Coming in this turn, both of them going wheel to wheel. Oh, Great Ace starts losing control a little bit there, but manages to recover it. Keeps it on track. Dizzy, though, loses a position to the Haas of Redline. Makes a sweet move right in front of him. Stoney Stewart taking fast lap of the session for the moment. Sorry. Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry, guys. Sneeze. J-Max now all the way in the back. Looks like he's made some mistakes. A-Master letting his teammate Wooly go to make a run past Redline. Wooly going wheel to wheel with Redline. Manages to pull ahead. Don't know why there was a need for him to make contact with Redline. He had more than enough room, but regardless, pulls ahead of Redline, ooh, but then loses the position right back. Oh no, he got ahead. He got ahead. I'm looking at Dizzy. Sorry, Dizzy also pulling ahead of Redline there. Let's see, Great Ace. Ooh, almost losing it there again, having to recover the car. So again, he's going to lose some time to Abrupt once more. He's really pushing, trying to catch Abrupt here, you can tell. You can tell he's really pushing. And Slim and Wooly, not too far behind. Trying to catch up to them as well. CeeLo still posting faster lap after faster lap, and the same with Stoney. Both of these guys clearly fastest on track right now. Great Ace still not close enough though to make the move on Abrupt. See who else is close here. We got a bit of a train going on behind Dizzy right now with Redline and Smoke and Slingshot. All four of these guys pretty close to each other as well coming up the hill. Slim getting passed by Wooly there. Wooly moves up into 9th. All these guys continuing on the train. Slim is trying to get back at Wooly here though. But is still unable to do it. Track still pouring rain. Great Ace still looking for a moment to get past Abrupt. Still unable to find the right spot to do it at. Oh, but huge mistake from Uncle Larry. He's spun out onto the gravel. Our first casualty of the night. Larry has fallen all the way back from where he was 2. Started up near the front, and now he's all the way back getting passed up by Smoke in the Ferrari. Slingshot not too far behind him in the Mercedes. But if we cut back up to the front here, it looks like now Vodka in the AlphaTauri has managed to pull ahead of Druply. Moved up into 4th. We have a yellow flag in sector 3 though. It looks like Greybush also struggling there on that final corner there. He's now fallen completely to the back of the pack. Both Red Bulls already making mistakes, having a rough night here. Great Ace now. Still right behind Abrupt, looking to make a move here coming down the hill, but he's playing it extra safe. Really doesn't want to lose control of the car in this pouring rain. You can tell. Another yellow flag in Sector 3. Looks like someone else has gone off track now. And it's actually the Williams of CeeLo Racing who was leading the Grand Prix. Has now fallen several places behind. Down into 5th at the moment. Just got passed by Druply right there. That's 2nd. Here we go. Larry makes another mistake at the exact same corner. Spins out onto the gravel once again. And it's looking like a disastrous evening for the Red Bulls here so far. Both Red Bulls in the back with J-Max at the moment. Currently still a little bit of a train going here right now with Redline, Abe, and Slim all fighting for points. CeeLo, though, like I said, does manage to recover a place back already from Druply. Like I said, this guy's clearly flying here. Now he got good pace, but he's already made a mistake, not looking too good. Slim, though, gets passed by Dizzy just like that. Both Aston Martins have now pulled ahead of Slim, and he has Redline right behind him to worry about. But there we go. Uncle Larry has pulled into the pits and has decided to retire from the race. So just like that, in only 6 laps, Uncle Larry is out of the race, unfortunately. Which is a shame, considering his pace he showed in qualifying, but you could tell he was looking really shaky here tonight. Clearly was not prepared for the wet conditions. But let's see here now, wheel-to-wheel action between all 3 of these guys right now. Dizzy, Redline, and Slim. All 3 of these guys going wheel-to-wheel. 3 wide, down into the final sector. The Redline steers right into the wall. 3-second time penalty for the warnings. So Slim and Dizzy, though, look like they managed to get away from that scot-free. But yeah, 3 wide into that 3rd turn. That was absolutely insane. But we see Abrupt and Great Ace going side by side here now. Great Ace was trying to get past Abrupt, will he do it here? Let's look at the overhead. He also has Wooly behind to worry about. Abrupt turning into Great Ace there a little bit. Not sure what to think about that. Now we have Wooly Mixer pulling ahead of Great Ace pretty easily there as well. You can see from Great Ace's perspective, Wooly there also trying to get past Abrupt. Let's see what's going to happen here now. All three of these guys pretty close right now at the moment. Same thing with Dizzy and Slim. Dizzy pulling ahead of Slim again once again though. Oh, but Wooly making a schmoover on Abrupt and Great Ace. Pulls ahead of both of them. Good stuff to Wooly. Really clean racing there from the Aston Martin driver. Made that look easy there. Abrupt and Great Ace going wheel to wheel. Down to that final corner, but Great Ace does manage to pull ahead of Abrupt for the moment. Both guys pretty equal in ERS battery power right now. But you can see the track is starting to dry up. The rain is starting to stop a little bit here though now. It looks like soon enough some of the guys are going to be deciding. Oh, but free wide up the hill between CeeLo, Vodka, and Firewater. Both Vodka and Firewater forced to go off track. Vodka has an easier time coming back on track compared to Firewater though. Pulls up ahead of the other two in a second, but Firewater's looking to take it right back from him once again. Crazy stuff. There's battles going on everywhere. Look behind. All these guys. Williams. The Haas of Drupally getting bunched together between everyone. Great Ace just behind Vodka and the AlphaTauri. CeeLo Racing and Drupally were going side by side there as well. Just absolute madness for huge accident. Absolutely huge accident between Vodka and Great Ace there coming around that corner in the second sector. Both guys going off track, trying to come back on track in the cleanest way possible. But Vodka victory. Great Ace gets away clean, but Vodka victory does receive a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That is huge. Stoney Stewart has already got into the pits. Let's see what he's up to, what he's coming out on. CeeLo Racing also looks like got caught up in some mess. He's now down in 8th with Dizzy. Vodka also having to go into the pits as well. I guess trying to get ahead of the conditions. Try to win off the strategy maybe. Yeah, Stoney Stewart already coming out onto the dry tires on lap 9. Same thing with Wooly and Vodka. Looks like, yep, Wooly and Vodka and Greybush all coming out on dry tires as well. They're already dipping into the pits. Great Ace, though, after that incident with Vodka is going a bit longer, though. He's going to stay on the inners, currently back up to 5th. Oh, another huge incident in the back. Dizzy in the Aston Martin spins out and loses those positions, drops down into 10th. Just ahead of his teammate, Wooly, was coming out on the dry tires. But now Smoke has also pitted for dries as well. DRS has also now been re-enabled. Yes, so this is going to be, guys, big indication that it is good to go to the dry tires. Slingshot now just right behind his teammate. Both of them have found themselves in the points, but now Firewater and Drupally, who are leading the race, are both also going to pit for the dry tires as well. Redline choosing to stay out longer on the inners, though. Great Ace now posts fastest lap on the inners, 1:13.6. Slingshot also deciding to stay out on the inners. His teammate Slim, though, pitting for the dries. Slingshot looks like he's going to go another lap and then pit for the dries, potentially. Just going to hold on, though, with Slingshot for the moment right now, though. See what he decides to do if he's going to pit this lap as well. But yeah, absolutely crazy first half of this race. So many huge incidents. Cars going free wide. Free four car lengths through these tight turns that normally it's hard to even get 2 cars through, let alone 3 or 4. Absolute madness. Great start to the race, but now things are going to start to dry up. Guys are coming out. You can already see it coming out on either softs or mediums. It looks like some guys are looking to extend their inners so they can try to go for a one-stop strategy. Very interesting stuff to see. CeeLo Racing, after making all those mistakes, he's now out in 9th. Abrupt has now decided to pit to get off the inners. Same thing with Redline. What's Great Ace going to do? Great Ace is going to stay out another lap on the intermediate tires, though. Same thing with Slingshot. Both of these guys, the only two guys still out on their intermediates, looking to go another lap. Really trying to extend, trying to see if they can pull off that one-stop strategy. If they can go to the hards to finish the race or something like that. Because it looks like that's what Abrupt's done. Abrupt's gone to the hards. He's going to be looking to extend them. Very interesting stuff. Vodka now all the way after that incident with Great Ace, that huge accident. Again, I didn't really catch what happened. We'll have to watch clips. Stewards will have to make their decisions after the race. But that was a huge accident between the two drivers, and Vodka was hit with a huge penalty, a 10-second penalty for that. That's going to be really hard for him to recover from that. To potentially even get in the points. It's going to be rough for Vodka here tonight now, but if there's any man who can make up positions, it is Vodka Victory. CeeLo Racing now, though, right behind Wooly. Both of them 7th and 8th, real close together. CeeLo Racing, though, as we've seen, though, on the faster race tire. And showing that crackhead pace here tonight. He's absolutely wired. He's on his game. But there we go. Slingshot finally pulls into the pits. CeeLo, like I said, post fast lap on the softs. Slingshot finally pulls into the pits, but Great Ace is still staying out another lap on these intermediate tires. Everyone else is pitted, and Great Ace is still out on them, trying to extend them as long as possible. But there we go. Slingshot coming out on the hards. Like we said, he is going to try to take the hards all the way. But he does get passed by Dizzy right away there. Like I said, he still has to heat his tires up. He's now cut up in a little bit of a train there between Redline. Is also looking to come behind him now too. So all four of these guys super bunched up here now. Redline goes over the... We actually caught that. That was really harsh from the game there, in my opinion. Redline just goes over that little tiny side curve there on the right and picks up another 3-second time penalty for warnings. Crazy stuff. Yeah. You can tell that the track limits are really strict here. Absolutely strict. We got Dizzy, who's just behind Slim now as well. Both these guys have been duking it out all race. And I don't know, you know, going at it once again. Dizzy looking to make the move here on Slim in the DRS zone. Both of them going side by side up the hill. Into the upper right-hander there. But Dizzy makes it work. But now we have Wooly, another three cars going free wide here down this straightaway. Wooly, Firewater, and CeeLo Racing all turning in here. CeeLo gets off with the short end of the stick there, though. Wooly pulls ahead. He's now in 5th ahead of the two guys. And the Aston Martin. Great Ace is still out on these intermediate tires. We'll see if he decides to pit here now. But Great Ace is going to stay out another lap on the inners. What is this man doing? He is a madman. Well, we'll have to see if it works out for him. All three of these guys still super tight here. Going in the DRS zone. Will CeeLo or Fire be able to pull ahead? With one another here. Vodka has already made up some positions. He's up in the 9th right now, as we can see on the scoreboard at the moment. Slingshot in 8th on these hards, but you can see that there was a huge gap between the guys from Slingshot down to the guys above Slingshot. Huge gap. Huge gap. And you can see there now. Also some shifting going down. Looks like Redline also pulling ahead of Slim there. Slim dropping back into 12th now at the moment. But what's going on at the front here? It looks like Drupely is now going wheel to wheel with Great Ace, who's still on the intermediate tires. And he is going to pull ahead. So now this is going to be Great Ace's indication to pit, I'm assuming. He's still staying out on these intermediate tires. What is going on? Great Ace has been passed by Drupely on the softer compound tire, and Great Ace has still not pit for his dry compounds. Lap 15, Great Ace has still not pit. Even though he's now losing time to guys. Guys are slowly gaining on him. As you can see, Abrupt coming behind on the hards is gaining some time on Great Ace. Looks like the guys are chilling out on top of the hill here now this time. Oh, it looks like we have our next accident of the race. Dizzy spins out there, hits his rear wing right off that wall there, drops all the way to the back of the race now in 14th. Huge mistake from Dizzy there. That's really going to cost him in the long run, I'd say. Oh, what's going on here? We got Smoke making the move on Greybush. Moving up into 12th. Great Ace now finally decides to pit and get off the inners. Several laps after everyone else. Going for some wild strategy calls here in the Alpine garage. Smoke has managed to get out of Greybush's DRS range. We'll see where Great Ace comes out of the pits too, but still a DRS train going on here now between CeeLo Fire and Wooly. Stoney still leading this Grand Prix, by the way. Stoney absolutely dominating the competition here tonight now that CeeLo made his mistake. CeeLo has recovered all the way back to 6th though, but still. And there we go, Dizzy pits, but he receives a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And there we go, you could see him go over the track limits there. CeeLo picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's going to cost him. His race is starting to slowly fall away from him. Let's hop back to Redline here now, though, who's just behind Slingshot on the faster compound tire, though he does have penalties. Yellow flag in Sector 2. It looks like that's the, yes, the Alpine of J-Max has made a mistake there. Gone off. Here we go. Redline's going to be looking to get past Slingshot now on this straightaway. But can he do it? 3-second time penalty to Greybush there as well. In the back of the pack there. Redline still not able to make the move on Slingshot, but he's going to try it going up the hill. Both drivers going wheel to wheel. But he does it. Redline manages to safely pull it ahead of Slingshot there. Good stuff to him. Solid move from him there. But now we can see that the DRS train of Woolly Fire and CeeLo has now started to catch up to Abrupt as well. And I'm sure we're soon going to see, like we said, Stoney has been leading this race now. Had a huge gap, but his gap is starting to fall away from him here now, though. As, oh, looks like someone made a mistake there. And it is J-Max, once again, is it? No, it's, who made the mistake there? Was that, that was CeeLo again. CeeLo making a huge mistake there. Now he's falling behind the DRS train. Abrupt and Woolly Mixer now going wheel to wheel through the DRS zone. Redline picks up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's just check out his penalties real quick. Smoke now picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yes, we can see Redline now has 9 seconds of penalties. Remember, you can only have, I think you can only have up to like 12 seconds of time penalties. Oh, and Redline has now spun at the top of the hill there, loses several positions, so his race is now completely fallen away from him, as he's going to have to pit again, and he has 9 seconds of time penalties. If he gets any more, he's kind of screwed. The game might even disqualify him for having too many penalties. Smoke now, though, trying to climb his way up, get some solid points for Ferrari by the end of this race. Currently slim ahead of him on the Mercedes. Lots of penalties there. I'm kind of missing it there. See, Dizzy had a penalty there. CeeLo Racing got a 5-second one for speeding in the pit lane. A lot of these guys' races, they started off strong, but they're all falling apart here. CeeLo is coming out in fresh mediums to try to finish the race on. Firewater and Abrupt still going strong behind Wooly. These guys will be leading once the guys ahead of them on the softs pit. So they will be the guys to watch. Because, yeah, those softs, you can tell those softs of Stony and Drooply are starting to fall away now. They will have to pit again before the end of the race. And there we go. Commentator's curse, like I was just saying. Stony Stewart pits. Most likely to go to mediums to finish the race. We also see a pit from J-Max there at the back. Things are going to shift a little bit here now. Smoke has pulled ahead of Slim. He's moved up into the points, up into 10th. Let's see, will Abrupt try to make a move on Wooly here? And not quite, not close enough. He's going to have to go again on this straightaway here. Into the next DRS zone. Still too far off Wooly there. But again, Abrupt is in the best position right now. He's on the hards. He can definitely make these stick till the end of the race. Whereas these guys on the mediums are going to have to pit again. So we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. You see Redline now has pitted for fresh mediums to finish the race on as well. And there we go. Drooply, the final guy in the softs, has now pulled into the pits as well. We have 16 laps left of the race. This has been an absolute banger of a race. In my opinion so far, it's been absolute intense action the whole way through. Great to see. And now here we go. Woolly Mixer now leads the Grand Prix on his 12-lap old mediums, followed by Abrupt and Firewater. All three of them very close together, though. And Stony now out on his fresh mediums. Not too far behind either, especially since Firewater and Wooly will both have to pit again. Maybe not Abrupt, though. This is a great opportunity if Abrupt's able to make these hards last and is able to keep that gap to Stony for the rest of the race. This could be a great opportunity for Abrupt to get his first win of not just the season, but for the past several seasons in PGR. So we're going to hold on with these three guys at the moment and see how their thing progresses. However, though, we got to cut back real quick. Vodka Victory, he does have 10 seconds of time penalties, but he is now right behind Drooply. Though Drooply is on the fresher tires, so... And more than likely Vodka will have to pit again before the end of the race. The Vodka does still have that to worry about, though. But who knows what will come from the collision that happened with Great Ace. Again, not really sure who was at fault there. If it was Great Ace's fault or if it was Vodka's fault. I didn't really catch, so I can't really comment on that. But that will have to happen after the race. But Firewater, huge accident, spins right into the wall. Looks like he's okay, though. Car's still functional, hasn't lost a tire or anything. So he's able to recover back on track. But now he's fallen out of the lead. Even Stoney going by him there. You see Fire just trying to keep it on track now. Yeah, that's going to make Fire fall all the way back, and he still has to pit again. That's what I'm saying. All it takes is one mistake, and you're out. But you can see, Wooly lapping his teammate. Is that? Yeah, that's his teammate, Dizzy. Wooly about to lap his teammate, as you can see. Abrupt's the only one still staying on with Wooly right now. Though Abrupt picks up a 3-second time penalty there over the curb for multiple warnings. Though, like we said, Wooly will still have to pit again, though. So if you're Abrupt, that's what you kind of got to hope for. You got to be able to keep that gap. CeeLo Racing picks up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Cutting to the back here now. CeeLo Racing right behind Great Ace and Vodka in the Williams. Looking to regain a position here on Great Ace. He's going side by side with Great Ace into this final sector turn. And he makes the move. He makes the landing. He sticks it. CeeLo moves up ahead of Great Ace into 7th for now. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Looks like the Aston Martin Dizzy, yeah, has gone off the track there, though he has managed to come back. Smoke is now pit to go to his final stint for the race. Same thing with Grey Bush. Well, now these guys know in the middle right now, though. Abrupt has started to lose some time to Wooly now, though. However, Wooly will have to pit again. So really, right now, Abrupt's biggest concern is keeping a gap to Stony, who's going to be flying behind him on super fresh mediums that he's going to finish the race on. So that's what Abrupt mostly has to worry about right now, is definitely Stony. Stony definitely fighting for the win here tonight as well. Hasn't really done a thing wrong here so far. And now Firewater has kind of fallen out of the running after his mistake there. Firewater definitely incurred some damage there. Oh, but just as we're saying, Stony has it. Oh, and there goes Dizzy with another penalty there for speeding in the pit lane. Looks like that's going to be it for Dizzy's race tonight. As we can see, though, CeeLo and Vodka Victory going side by side up the hill. CeeLo makes it work. He pulls ahead of Vodka and Great Ace. Slim now pulling into the pits for his final stint. CeeLo trying to pull ahead a little bit here now, but we also have Druply going right behind Firewater right now. After Firewater's mistake, even Druply's caught up to him now. Druply is going to be looking, though Firewater, like I said, still has to pit one more time anyway. So I think it's going to be a pretty, yeah, there we go. I think Firewater is pulling into the pit lane. Yes, he is, to fix whatever damage he has and pit for his final stint in tires anyway. So now Slim has come out of the pits in 12th, just ahead of Greybush. Both of them out of the points at the moment. But some guys still have to pit, as we see Firewater coming out on softs to finish the race. And looks like Vodka will be doing the same, though we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. I can see someone struggling there. There we go. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Looks like Firewater has spun coming out of the pits on his fresh set of softs there, actually. So that's Firewater's second mistake of the night now. You can see how just one or two mistakes, it all adds up immensely. He was in the front of the pack with Abrupt and Wooly. Now he's completely fallen behind the 8th, and now Vodka has him in his sights. Guys are starting to make huge mistakes here now. Greybush, though, has DRS on Slim, looking to gain a position, even though he does have a time penalty. Dizzy coming out on softs to finish the race. Looks like we got 10 laps remaining in the race. Everyone fairly spaced here now. Wooly, though, only person in the top 5 at the moment. Looks like Slingshot is getting off his hards. I thought Slingshot might be taking those hards to the end, but nope, Slingshot is getting off his hards to go to softs to finish the race. Interesting call. I'm wondering what made him make that decision. Yeah, Slingshot has pit once more. He's going to be on the softs to finish with 10 laps remaining. We'll see what Great Ace decides to do. Great Ace going 10 laps on the mediums right now. Him and Abrupt on the oldest tires right now, from what I can see. In terms of penalties right now, Wooly is the only man out on track right now in the top 5 with no penalties. But here's the thing, Wooly's medium tires are 18 laps old. So there's no way Wooly's going to be able to take those medium tires that far. At most, he's going to get another 2 laps out of them. And that's, you know, he might be able to get 20, 21 laps out of those mediums. And that's going to be at Vodka Victory post the new fast lap 107.9. But yeah, like I was saying, Wooly's not going to be able to take these mediums to the end. I don't know why he's trying it. I don't know if he knows how long these tires last here, but they're not going to last more than 20-ish laps. He's not going to get the full, he's not going to get 26, 27 laps on those medium tires, I'll tell you right now. And even if he does, he's going to lose time to these guys coming behind him on the faster tires. But what Wooly's really hoping, I guess right now, is that the penalties for the guys will mean good for him. But then we go, Greybush pulling up alongside Slim. Slim runs a little wide off track there. Two of them going wheel to wheel through the DRS zone. But Greybush still manages to pull it off ahead of Slim. Moves up into 12th place. See, Firewater is starting to catch... Sorry, not Firewater. Vodka is starting to catch up to Firewater a little bit there now after he made his mistakes. But keep in mind, Vodka still has all those seconds of penalties. So we'll have to see how that plays out. We'll have to see how that plays out. Let's take a look at our championship leader here. Not our championship leader, you know what I mean. Our race leader right now. Oh, looks like a Aspirant and Dizzy has made another mistake going up that hill. People making lots of mistakes going up the hill. Slim looking to take the position back from Greybush. Weird little ghosting thing though. The two of them didn't make contact there on my screen, but they both ghosted. That was real strange. Oh, it looks like Wooly has actually started to lap both Greybush and Slim. That's what's going on right now. Ah, I see, I see. Wooly out on these 20-lap-old mediums has still not pit. Dizzy's messing up again with yellow flags in Sector 2. Like, what is he? If I was Dizzy at this point, I would be retiring from the race. Oh, but there we go. Great Ace picks up a free second time penalty. So now he has the same amount of time penalties as everyone above him. So he's not going to be able to gain an advantage on them that way. Redline picking up another free second time penalty. How has he not been disqualified from the race? How much penalties does this man have? 12 seconds. Yeah, okay, so if Redline gets one more penalty, he is out of the race. For sure. Wooly now out on 21-lap-old mediums, and still no one has caught him. Still no one has caught this man, even though he's on 20-lap-old mediums. Unbelievable. And he has still not picked up a single penalty. There we go. CeeLo Racing pulls into the pits. Speeding in the pit lane. CeeLo pulls into the pits, gets a 5-second penalty for that. And there's a full safety car. Why is there a full safety car? No one has DNF'd the race. But alas, there is a full safety car. Very confused. Great Ace also pulling into the pits now to take advantage of the late safety car to come out on softs. J-Max also picks up a driver penalty for speeding under the safety car. But yeah, late safety car. So we're only going to have a few more laps of actual full racing. But I'm not really sure why the safety car came out. It must have been... Whose accident would it have been? I guess it would have been something Dizzy did. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know why Dizzy didn't just retire from the race at that point, to be quite honest. Like, you're just going to cause something like this to happen, but hey, makes it more interesting for us, right? So now Wooly, who has managed to stay out on these 22-lap-old mediums, is now finally coming into pit for softs to finish the race on. CeeLo Racing picking up another free second time penalty. His race is pretty much over as well. He's got so many penalties. Sorry, but yeah, everyone in the front pitting for fresh softs, as we expected. But yeah, so this late safety car is exactly what Wooly Mixer wanted, because now he's going to be leading the Grand Prix going into the safety car restart, and unlike everyone behind him, he does not have any penalties thus far. Amazing race from Wooly up to this point, really clean driving from him. You can tell he wants this really badly. There we go, Slim. now is pulling into the pits to come out in softs. We can see that Great Ace's strategy of staying out on the intermediates for as long as he did really not working out for him. I mean, he's only going to be an 8th for the restart, and I feel like he was hoping his strategy was going to get him a lot more than this. Yeah, in my opinion, Great Ace definitely stayed out way too many laps. Like, he extended it a bit too much. Got a little bit too greedy, in my opinion. But now this is going to be even more rough for people like Vodka who got all these penalties. In fact, let's even check out these guys' penalties right now. Yeah, you can see... How has CeeLo not been disqualified yet? 14 seconds of penalties. CeeLo Racing has. Vodka has 10 seconds. Both these guys pretty much out of the running for the win here. Redline 12 seconds penalties as well. J-Max has a drive-through. Dizzy just picked up another 3 seconds under the safety car. Like, these guys are just getting crazy amount of penalties, even under safety car. That's crazy. But yeah, even the guys who... Abrupt, Stoney, and Druply, who are all right behind Wooly, even if they pull ahead of him, they're going to have to close a 3-second gap to Wooly by the end of the race if they want to win. Or they're going to have to hope that Wooly himself picks up a 3-second time penalty here near the end. But is the safety car coming in this lap yet? Or do we have one more lap of safety car? That is the question. That is the question of the day. And no, it looks like we still have another lap of safety car. Looks like the safety car is staying out for another lap, so we're going to have 3 final full laps of racing. Just give me 1 sec here, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back, but here we go. Safety car is going to be in this lap. We've just been notified. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Final 3 laps of racing, which means we'll have DRS for the final lap of the race. But yeah, right now, everything in this race has been all playing in Wooly's favor, and he's kept it really clean, as you can see, no penalties. So this is definitely Wooly's race to win. He has to just keep it together for these final 3 laps. Let's see if he can do it. This will be his first win in PGR. But here we go. Safety car is in. Racing is back underway. Already guys trying to make a run at Wooly up the hill. Looks like everyone's going to be waiting for the second DRS zone, though, to try to pull something. Everyone's going to have fresh ERS stored up now to have a go at the race leader. Pull off anything there, though. Our first overtake of it all. Looks like Redline moves up into the points ahead of Slingshot. There we saw, but Redline does have all those penalties, so it's not going to matter in the end. Stoney, though, loses a position to Druply. Druply moves up into third. CeeLo Racing's not too far behind from the other guys, but again, remember, he has all those penalties. So it's definitely going to come back to bite him near the end. We'll see how far he drops. Same thing with Vodka. We'll see if they even stay in the points by the end of this. This late safety car, like I said, this late safety car has definitely screwed over a couple of these guys like Vodka and CeeLo. But it's definitely worked out in Woolie's favor here. Pretty much got a free pit stop. Here we go. 2 laps left of the race. Woolie has managed to hold the lead. Just has to hold it for 2 more laps. But we see Drupally now wants to get by Abrupt, wants to have a run at Woolie for the win. But still unable to get by Abrupt. Tries to move, making a move there up the hill, but to no avail. And it looks like J-Max is now out of the race. He spun there back on the first turn. Yep, so J-Max is officially out of the race. And it looks like Great Ace is going side by side with Firewater at the moment, with Smoke just behind. Trying to get by Firewater here. And he does. Great Ace pulls ahead into 7th. Ahead of Firewater and Smoke for the time being. Woolie has started to even manage to form a gap between these guys. Woolie now has a 1.5-second gap to Abrupt. Unbelievable. DRS is now re-enabled though. It's going to be the opportunity for Drupally to make a move on Abrupt here on the final lap. But Drupally picks up another 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings for crossing over the curb there. Oh no. So even though Drupally is looking to make the move and is most likely going to get it as he goes up the hill, though, does go a bit wide, though, yeah. Has to concede. Oh, and Drupally spins into the wall on the final lap of the race. Thinks of, oh no, huge debris. And that's it. There's another car out behind Drupally as well, and it's Stoney Stewart. What a disaster for the 2 of them. Oh my goodness. What just happened between the 2 of them? We see Smoke still right behind Fire and Great Ace are going to be racing to the line. But wow. And just like that, Drupally and Stoney, who were both near the front of the grid this entire race, have now both DNF'd going up the hill on the final lap of the race. Wow. What a tragic turn of events for both Drupally and Stoney at the last minute. CeeLo receives another 5-second penalty for unserved racing, but there we go. Your winner tonight, very much deserved. Made little to no errors whatsoever. Your winner tonight is Woolie Mixer in the Aston Martin. His first win in PGR. Like I said, very well deserved. Kept it very clean. Had some really sick overtakes. Good stuff to Woolie. Worked his way all the way up through the pack. The game gives him driver of the day. I don't even know who else on the podium with him. Let's see. After all that carnage there in the final lap. It looks like Drupally will be sharing the podium with Abrupt in 2nd, and oh, sorry, not Drew. Jeez, Woolie will be sharing the podium with Abrupt and Firewater. And I believe that is Firewater's first podium of the season too. So good stuff. Good stuff to Firewater recovering after his earlier errors, but yeah, it's so sad for both Drupally and Stoney, who ended up DNFing the race. That's going to cost them a lot in the points, especially Drupally, who was trying to fight with Abrupt for 2nd. But yeah, so somehow he does it again. Greybush squeezes into the points, gets 10th. Absolute madman. Pulls it out of nowhere. But CeeLo, with all his penalties too, also manages to finish in the points with 9th. Double points finish from Mercedes, 6th and 8th to Slingshot and Slim. Vodka, even after that huge penalty he received, still managed to finish in 7th. A 2nd and 5th finish for both Ferraris, Abrupt and Smoke. Smoke's best finish of the season so far. Good stuff to the 2 of them. And final shoutouts to Great Ace for finishing 4th, just like last week, getting through all the madness, finishing in 4th in that Alpine once again. things paying off for him there, especially the carnage with Stoney and Druply near the end. But before we conclude things tonight, folks, we're going to have a quick podium interview with our podium, Wooly, Abrupt, and Firewater. So let's get the three of them in here.
What's going on, buddy?
Hello, just trying to get Druply and Firewater in here. That was an absolutely insane race, man, from start to finish.
That was intense.
That was very intense. That was craziness. Did you see that the final, going up the hill for the final time on the final lap there, both Stoney and
Yeah, I
Droop?
seen him behind me. I seen him in
That's
my rear view. I was like, oh, thank God I ain't got nobody on my ass anymore.
true, true. I feel bad for them though, man, because both of them were up fighting for the entire race, and then just one mistake is all it took.
Oh, here, that's twice. That's again, I brought it from 10th to a podium.
Mm-hmm. So what happened while waiting for those two guys? What happened between Vodka and Great Ace? I missed that incident, but I saw the two of them got into a huge accident.
I do not know. All of a sudden, I seen them both go off the track, and I was like, what the fuck? They both just went left. I'm like, okay, y'all out there in the grass. There's no track out there, but all right.
Yeah, no, that was madness, man. There were so many huge incidents, and also guys were going. I think Slim and a couple of guys went free wide through the third sector. You know, like the right hand turn at the top. They were
Oh, I
both.
bet that was fun.
Yeah, same thing going up the hill. I think there was like 3 or 4 guys going up the hill at the same time there in the first sector
Yeah.
too.
And it was a couple of close calls for everybody, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
But while I'm waiting for those other two guys, again, I don't know what's keeping them. They must be having notification issues tonight or something, because Vodka wasn't accepting my invites earlier either. Stupid Xbox with their notification issues that they've been having past couple of weeks, and they still haven't fixed them. It's ridiculous, but yes, overall, did you feel pretty good about your race? Because it seemed to me like you didn't make any huge mistakes, really.
Yeah, I had a couple of snaps, man, but you know, it was like I said, it was you have to really pay attention at this track, or you're just gonna you're you're gonna miss a break point, you're gonna make a mistake, and I had a couple of those in the race. So I mean, as long as you're paying attention, keep your head down, you'll do okay. I mean, like I did. I mean, I just kept my head down. I got lucky, gained some positions when some people went off, and I just said, okay, let me maintain this till it gets dry, because I hate the wet, and I went forward.
Yeah, well, good stuff to you, man. Second and fifth finish for Ferrari. Uh, you and Smoke both up there. Good stuff to see
That's
for the two.
good, good
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 stuff to see
job,
for
Smoke.
two.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, and now we'll talk to our race winner here tonight, Wooly, man. That was a really well-deserved win, I gotta say. You gotta feel pretty good about that one, man, with the late safety car working perfectly into your strategy. Oh, I can check there. Yeah, I was just saying, a lot of guys have been having, there's Xbox, like, notification issues. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm just checking there. Yeah, your audio's not included. Yeah, well, I hear you though. I hear you though. No, good stuff, man. You didn't. Everyone else was getting penalties and speeding in the pit lanes and drive-throughs and nonsense. You didn't get a single penalty the whole race, and you were on those 20+ lap old mediums. Um, which, like, you know, 20. I could, you know, I expected some guys to go 20. I did not expect to see anyone go 22. So, yeah, Yeah, good stuff to you on that, keeping those things on track and not, like I said, incurring any penalties or anything. Like, that's a lot harder than it looks to anyone who doesn't play this game that often. And yeah, very well deserved win in my opinion. Also, your sick overtakes when you were making your way up through the grid there. I think it's when you got to 6th place or something. You moved past like 2 guys in one move, I think. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Is he having issues? You can hear me, right, bro? Oh, not really sure what's going on. What? That's Xbox for you. Yeah. So unfortunately, it looks like the comms are going all funky. But regardless, I guess we'll just wrap things up. Because it looks like the Xbox is just having issues. People's notifications and including audio and all that. So we'll just wrap things up here tonight. Good stuff to our podium. Like I said, Woolly Mixer, Abrupt in the Ferrari, and Firewater in the McLaren. Good stuff to them. And like I said, there will be some post-race. There might be some shifts. We'll talk about it next week. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where we'll be racing at Spa in Belgium next weekend. But yeah, next weekend I will bring up what gets decided on between the event with Vodka, the incident with Vodka and Great Ace, what gets decided. Because if that incident is bad enough, then Vodka might get elevated to a podium finish. Due to the removal of that 10-second time penalty. So we'll have to wait and see what the verdict is on that. But for now, I am your host, Sidoni Muse, and I'll see you guys next weekend, same time for Spa.